Howdy, it's a beautiful morning here in Texas, and I want to do a little pruning on one of my Carefree Beauty roses. I prefer to do a gentle prune because that's how I want God to deal with me when I need some old branches or branches that are out of place taken care of. As you can see, there are still some blooms that are very beautiful, but there's a lot of branches that have already bloomed and need to be deadheaded. Plus, there are some that are way too tall for my liking and that stick out too far. When you're looking for a branch that needs to be pruned, say this one here that's sticking out too far, you want to take it back to a node where there's other vegetation coming out and clip it right there. Pruning will stimulate new growth, and you don't want to leave a stem without leaves on. So there's the cut. You'll see that I didn't leave much at all, and it will allow that to heal and again to stimulate new growth in that branch. When there's a really tall branch like this one that's probably about 7 feet off the ground, without vegetation coming off of it lower down, I'm likely to go all the way down to the main stem and prune that off right about there. So that's what I'm going to do on this one. So there's the cut. Although it grieves me to have to remove such a long branch from my rose bush, in the long run it will provide a better shape for the bush. I can imagine that it grieves God when He has to do pruning in our lives, cutting off things that we've invested our energies into. But cutting off old things allows us to invest that energy into the new things that God has for us to do. Another strategy, if you want to prune and don't want to go all the way back, is to find a node like this where new growth can come out and do the pruning just above that node. So there's the cut, and likely new growth will come out of that spot. In some cases, all that's needed is to deadhead or cut off the rose buds that have already bloomed. Here are some that have developed rose hips, and cutting them off frees up energy for the plant. Here's the bush after my pruning effort. I left a few branches that are still sticking out because they have buds on them ready to bloom. To be fair, I have other Carefree Beauty roses that I leave alone because they're in the background. But because this one is by the walk around my pool, I take special care of it, pay special attention to its form and fullness. So if you're someone who God has lifted up to be in a place of prominence, please be prepared and submit to the pruning. Like all discipline, pruning is painful in the moment, but it yields a good result. I love you.